Not much movement on the leaderboard then after the first pass through Montilerno. Loeb's actually extended his overall advantage after Petter's puncture, although Ogier and Hirvonen have both closed up slightly on the rally leader. Rosberg remains in 5th. The third stage in the morning loop is Sol Filagusu, slightly wider and faster than Montilerno. It's an impressive stretch of road as well. But this is the shortest stage of the day, so Loeb will be hopeful he won't lose too much time road sweeping in here. There's a lot of loose gravel though, and the Citroën man is again fighting with the wheel as he searches for grip. Bit of a pace note correction there as well. You can see he's reaching some impressive speeds from his in-car telemetry. But even so, Seb could lose more time in here.
Et droite 90 moins long tard corps de max. Et droite 130 plus long tard en 3 fois.
Petter Solberg really wide at that left-hander. The Norwegian has yet again been forced to respond to another setback after that slow puncher in stage 10. Might have rattled his confidence a bit though, Petter, struggling to match Loeb's pace at the moment.
Half long takes 5 plus 40. 6 left minus half long opens 30. 2 left plus half long takes 1 tight.
Petter's drop off in pace. Here's a chance for Hirvonen to take advantage too. The Finn has been right on the limit in Sol Filagusu. Carefully through this long water splash. He started more than 5 seconds down on Solberg, but he could get past him here. Into the flying finish. Yep, Mikko up to provisional second place with Ogier still on the stage. And taking a look at our WRC stage simulator, this could be a very productive stage indeed for Mikko. Comparing his pace with Solberg's and Ogier's through the split time after 10.7 kilometres. We know he's beaten Solberg, and he could get past Ogier as well here. 8.6 seconds up at Sebastian at that point. So joining Ogier now, he was just 3.5 seconds up on Mikko before this stage. So barring a miraculous recovery in the final sector, he's going to struggle to stay ahead here.
Gauche 140 mini, gauche 140 mini, sur droite 140 plus corde, sur gauche 140 à fond mini. 60 mètres arrivée.
Not a good stage for Sebastian, 6.7 seconds slower, and Ogier slips down to 4th. Bit of a reshuffle on the leaderboard there. Loeb remains out front, but Hirvonen is now his closest rival. He's 35.4 seconds behind, but it's all still very close after that. There's just 3.2 seconds between Hirvonen, Solberg and Ogier. Next for the cruise is a well-earned break back at the new service park on the ferry port in Olbia.
We were delighted last night to hear you say, I've had enough of tactics, that's enough, maximum attack. Is that still your plan?
Yeah, definitely. I'm fed up with these tactics things, you know, and I want to go for it. That's why we're here. It wasn't clean drive, but I don't know, everybody are pushing really hard, so it's just how it went. But I think, you know, it wasn't quite enough how much I need to take time out of Sebastian, but pretty good anyway.
Back up to the hills above Olbia for the afternoon pass through the same 3 stages used this morning now, and the pressure's on the rally leader to keep pushing. The Italian fans in good voice, even if they are cheering for drivers who aren't even competing. Loeb will want to build up a healthy advantage to give himself some breathing space on the final day. Big jump there, and he can't afford any mistakes this afternoon. Despite this being the second pass, it's still looking quite slippery out there for the world champion. He's through in a time half a minute quicker than the first run, but does he think his pace is quick enough?
What do you think will be enough tonight to hold the lead tomorrow?
I think the minimum is 20. So we'll try.
Loeb after at least 20 seconds then. Petter Solberg's currently more than 37 seconds behind the leader and needs to start making an impact on his advantage if he's to have any hopes of catching him. It's certainly a good start for Petter in the afternoon loop. He's almost 8 seconds quicker than the world champion.
I know I can beat Loeb, you know, so I just have to get a little bit luck on my side.
You say you know you can beat Loeb, what, that's this weekend or all the time?
No, on this rally. I know I can fight with him, you know. But I need some luck, guys.
So Petter thinks he can beat Loeb, but first he needs to concern himself with Hirvonen and Sébastien Ogier, the first of whom has just made it past Petter, and Mikko's charge has continued. Hirvonen slashes 8.5 seconds from the leader's advantage. Ominously for the leading three drivers, though, Sébastien Ogier has finally woken up on this second day. Not knowing these stages too well, he took a slightly cautious approach in the morning loop. In this second pass, he's back on the limit, and he could get past Solberg here. Yes, a stunning drive from the Jordan winner. Ogier is up to third.
14-0.
Further back, Danny Sordo has looked untroubled for the last day and a half, but his run in 6th place could be under threat here. Worryingly, Danny's car is developing a similar throttle problem to the one that has affected his teammate Chris Meek. Cautiously makes his way through to the stage finish, really struggling. Well, Danny and co-driver Carlos Del Barrio both wearing black armbands there. I'm not too sure what that's a tribute for. But let's have a word with the mini driver at the end of stage 12.
Danny, I noticed you have a black band on your arms. What's this for?
Yeah, because a colleague, Severano Ballesteros, he died. And it's people he lived beside me, and he's really, really important sportsman. So was a little cancer from some years before, and today we passed at the better life. So
a touching tribute to Danny's compatriot Sevi Ballesteros then. Sordo is still 6th at the moment, while at the front with 2 stages remaining today, Loeb's lead has been trimmed again, and Ogier's charge has seen him past Solberg to claim third. Crucial pair of stages still to run on day 2 then. They could go a long way to determining the outcome of this rally, and they're coming up after this break. Welcome back to the Rali de Itália-Sardenha. We'll get back to the fight at the front shortly, but first a chance to check on the progress of the SWRC runners. Lutz Tanak has been the star of the show so far in Italy. The Estonian youngster has continued where he left off on day 1, fastest than all but 2 of the day's stages. There has been drama behind the rally leader, though. Martin Prokop first lost time trying to get past an ailing Daniel Oliveira on stage 9. Then on stage 10, a power steering fluid leak caused a fire inside the car. The Czech star was beginning to lose ground. And taking advantage of Prokop's problems was Juho Hänninen. Second fastest on the first 3 stages, he charged past Prokop to claim 2nd place on stage 11. Tanak, though, the man to beat with 1 day remaining. Tanak's lead now stands at 48.6 seconds over Hänninen, while Nasser Al-Attiyah is now up to 3rd following Prokop's problems. And it's been just as eventful in the final day of the WRC Academy competition. Christian Reidemann's run in the lead was over almost before it had begun. A broken drive shaft meant the German youngster's second day lasted only a few metres. Replacing Reidemann in the top spot and becoming the 5th different leader was Fredrik Arlin, but the Swede's Ford Fiesta R2 would let him down on stage 10, broken steering ending his brief run out front. The 6th different leader was Egon Kauer. The Estonian's safety-first approach has proved a wise tactic, and suddenly he was on course to take his 2nd consecutive Academy win. His closest rival was Miguel Baldoni, but with the Argentine driver over 45 seconds behind, the 23-year-old sensibly opted to ease his car home for 2nd, leaving Kauer free to claim victory in Sardinia. Kauer claimed the win by a margin of almost 2 minutes ahead of Baldoni. Arlin recovered to finish 3rd, with Jan Cherney 4th and Brendan Reeves 5th. Unsurprisingly, with maximum scores in the opening 2 rounds, it's Kauer who is the championship leader on 58 points. Baldoni a distant 2nd on 26. Victor Henriksson is in 3rd. Back up to the sharp end now then, and a crucial pair of stages ahead for rally leader Sébastien Loeb. He needs to be at his best to keep the chasing pack at arm's length. Great commitment from Sébastien again, putting in one of his customary champions performances this afternoon, powering over Mickey's jump. If his rivals want to beat him now, they're going to have to pull out something special.
Sometimes we had to accept that we are losing a lot of time, and it was very frustrating. So we had to keep the concentration until the end of the day. It's what we have done. I think we have done a really good day. So I'm happy from my performance since the start of the rally, and tomorrow will happen what happened.
Peter Solberg showed impressive pace in the first stage of the afternoon loop, but for some reason the Citroën Privateer can't find the same level. He seems to be struggling for traction. He may have pushed a bit too hard in the loop's opening test and worn his tyres a bit. He's not given up though. Solberg beats Loeb by a couple of tenths in stage 14.
I think it's going to be a very close fight between Ogier and Mikko, but you never know what's happened with Sebastian either, you know.
Like Petter, Mikko Hirvonen needs to keep the pressure on the rally leader over these last two stages, or he could leave himself too much to do on the 65 kilometres of day 3. Loeb said he wanted to take at least a 20-second lead into day 3. Mikko gains 1.5 seconds on the leader in stage 14. Does he think he still has a chance?
There's quite a lot of time gap now to Sebastian for tomorrow, and still it's going to be very close with Ogier and Petter as well, so it's going to be a hell of a fight, that's for sure.
After the searing pace he's shown in back-to-back victories recently, Ogier's turn of speed in the previous test will have alarmed his rivals. Like Hirvonen though, he was a couple of seconds slower than the leader through Montilerno. They might be running out of time to catch the leader, but there is certainly a thrilling fight on the cards for second place. Danny Sordo seems to have survived his earlier throttle scare. For now, it's all about getting as many kilometres of competition as possible, and this brand new Mini has shown great potential. Sordo holds 6th at the end of day 2. That impressive finish to the day for Loeb puts him in a strong position going into the final day. With 65 kilometres to go, Seb holds a lead of 28.3 seconds, and it's all still very tight in the fight for second. Has Loeb done enough? You can keep an eye on WRC.com throughout the final day to find out, and make sure you join us again tomorrow to watch the exciting climax to the Rali d'Italia.